This weekend we decided to get out and camp, hike a little bit, do as much as we can, take a break from all the stuff that's been going on work-wise, family-wise.
Yeah, we realized we haven't been camping since our last section hike of the AT back in the summer. So it is long past time.
Yep. And it's not too cold, not too hot, good temperature. So we're going to go out, camp.
A little rainy.
Yeah, it's a little rainy. But we're going to go out and camp and explore and try to get as much as we can on video. And also live in the moment as well, because that's important too. First free one we've seen. Every other one has been taken.
Somebody left a big bag of trash, which is not good because, like, number one, I don't know if there's food in it, so it's gonna attract animals. Number two, if we leave it here, then we might get in trouble for leaving trash here.
Yep.
So that's annoying.
Yeah, might not be a good spot to be. Second campsite we've run into, and it looks available.
It's like the winter. There's one other car parked over there, but there's nobody around, and if they come back, they can set up a tent somewhere else.
Yeah. So we were just talking about a few things we like to look for in a camping spot in general, and we're just gonna talk about a few things that we love to look for. What's one that you like to look for?
Well, I really like there to be water nearby. Now that's kind of a luxury, but if there can be water, like a lake or a stream nearby, it adds so much, like, nice ambiance. Yeah. It's calming. It's nice to sleep at night because you can kind of have that white noise, and it's just nice to look at.
One thing that I look for is clear overhead. If it's pretty open, I don't think about trees possibly falling too much. So that's one thing that I look for.
Yeah, and also for, like, the spiders and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely bug spiders.
That come down out of the trees overhead.
Yeah, which is another reason why I don't like to stay up too late if I'm camping or if we're hiking long trails. So
one of the perks of going out in the winter too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Fewer bugs. Definitely important to find a spot that's got a flat place for your tent, because nothing's worse than sleeping on a slant all night or having a big root up in your back all night.
Another thing that I like to look for in a camp spot is a designated fire pit or fire ring. Anywhere where you can, like, either scavenge for wood, put it in there, use the kindling, light it, or when you bring your own, you can just have it. It's set. You don't have to create one and possibly cause a forest fire. So definitely one thing I look for in a camping spot.
Yeah, and usually if there is a fire ring existing, it's already a designated campsite that's pretty sure, like, okay to camp at.
Yep.
Another thing is just, like, looking for a site that doesn't have a whole bunch of trash that somebody left behind. That can be just a buzzkill. Really. Well,
and also dangerous to an extent too, because animals can come into your campsite and scavenge for food, mess with you, cause damage to you. You can cause damage to them. So it's better to make sure stuff is as clear as it possibly can be, so we're not throwing things out of balance. And another one is privacy. We do like to have a good bit of privacy and just separation from the busyness of the city or cars, just different stuff like that.
Sometimes you get out here and you see people that have, like, huge camp setups that have, like, canopies and, like, 3 tents and, like, all kind, like they've been living in the woods for a week.
Yeah.
And good for them, but usually I don't want to be camping next to people like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of times those people have like kids and stuff, or
Mhm.
dogs that are barking, and I mean, it's great to bring your kids out, by all means.
Oh, yeah.
Like, go camping with your family. But sometimes it's nice for us to try to find like a private, kind of quiet campsite away from all of that.
Yep.
Also, a free site is always nice. We look for sites that are in national forests or wildlife management areas. There's a website that I use a lot called freecamping.net. And it's very like bare bones, kind of pretty outdated site, I think, but it just has some sites where you can, a map that shows different free campsites around, or even sites that you can pay for.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find something on there. It'll tell us like, oh, there's dispersed sites around this creek. And so we'll, drive there, and like we did today, just drive down the road and see which sites are taken. And it's definitely not for everybody. A lot of people need to be able to plan and need to be able to book a reservation and just know that there's going to be a site there, and that is fine. But we like the exploration of just getting out and seeing what we can get, and choose your own adventure.
So we just set the tent up, and luckily we did when we did, because it started raining.
Good call.
So, good call, you. So one thing that we've found out over the time of us camping, hiking, etc., is that if you put a little bit of Vaseline on cotton swabs or cotton balls, they will be the perfect fire starters. So that is what we're doing now, because we didn't get any
lighter fluid or fire starters.
Yeah, we didn't get any fire starters. So we're making our own. We are about to make dinner, and we are going to have beef and grits for dinner. It's going to be a very hearty meal. It's kind of chilly out, so it's appropriate. And continue that fire over there and just enjoy outdoors. It's almost time to turn it in.
It's almost hiker midnight.
Super dark out.
It's only 6:30.
Yeah. I said definitely can't see anything, but you can hear all that rain. That rain is heavy.
quite a wet night last night.
Yes. Last night was extremely rainy. Super, super rainy. Our tent got pretty drenched, and the underside of it got pretty wet as well.
A little bit around the edges, mostly. The middle of it was okay, but sometimes when the rain fly is pressed up against it like that, it causes more water to come in.
Yeah.
But it did pretty good considering it rained all night long.
All night. And it was interesting because I feel like this was the worst rain we've had, like while camping, being on trail, different stuff like that. The first time we hiked the AT, section hiked the AT, it rained a lot, but the only reason it got into the tent because we were setting it up in the rain. We set this up before it started raining, and water just got under it. It was super just loud with rain, and so yeah.
And then also around 1:30 in the night, we heard about like 6 to 10 gunshots, just like
back to back.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
And then
back to back.
A car came like driving by, like
pretty
right
fast
afterwards.
too.
Yeah.
It came driving by pretty fast. So I stayed up for like the next hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, just listening, making sure I didn't hear like any screams or anything.
Yeah, I know.
So,
anybody calling for help or anything.
Yeah.
It was super unsettling.
Very unsettling. But we might go back and or go by and see what's down that way at that campsite. And also, it rained so much that the river rose a little bit from last night. So definitely not that high yesterday.